The Joker is doing something in the regular season that even the GOAT Air Jordan couldn't do. Wilt Chamberlain and his offensive dominance in the 60s, where he scored 100 points, couldn't even beat what the Joker is doing this season. LeBron and his 4 MVPs, Steph and his unanimous MVP season, and even the Greek Freak in his back-to-back MVP seasons couldn't come close. So what is it that I'm talking about? Well, it's the PER stat, which stands for Player Efficiency Rating. According to the legal definition, it means points plus rebounds plus assists plus steals plus blocks minus missed field goals minus missed free throws, minute turnovers, all divided by games played. And check this out, guys. So in the history of basketball, Wilt Chamberlain held the record for the highest PER season for almost 60 years. Then Giannis came out of nowhere in 2020 and finally broke a record that even MJ couldn't break. Then this season, Nikola Jokic is beating Giannis's PER by a full 2 points. Yeah, it's true, guys. Nikola Jokic is an efficiency machine. So far for the season, he's averaging 26.5 points, 13.5 rebounds, and 7.2 assists while shooting 37.1 from three-point range and an absolutely absurd 65.5% from within the arc. Although the Nuggets aren't doing as well as a result of missing 2 of their star players, Nikola Jokic is putting up a performance of the ages, and today we're going to break down exactly how he's doing it. Before we get into the how though, we gotta look into the how before the how, if that makes any sense. The Joker is currently 26 years old, so he's just about to enter his physical prime. He's 7 feet tall and weighing in at 284 pounds. He's actually the 5th heaviest player in the league, right behind the child of Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley. I'm talking about Zion Williamson, if you're wondering. Anyway, back to the Joker. The man is massive, but he doesn't look like a particularly built center like Dwight Howard, for example. I mean, Nikola looks like he could still cut weight a bit and become a bit more athletic, but I wonder if he purposely keeps that extra size as an advantage. And actually, we'll get into that right away, right here. Let's see how the Joker is using his physical stature to get points this season on such efficient shooting percentages. Here's Nikola at the elbow receiving the ball. He recognizes a small defender on him. I mean, Montrezl Harrell is about 5 inches shorter and 40 pounds lighter, so what does Nikola do?
And some terrific playmaking. Now Jokic reverses and he lays it up.
A spin move with 2 dribbles to the rim. The dude's basketball IQ is really high and he almost always plays towards his strength. Let's take another look. Here's Jokic again, about 10 feet away from the basket. This time, his defender is about as tall as he is, but not quite as heavy. Willie Stein is about 40 pounds lighter, and look at what Jokic does here.
Willie Stein trying to deal with Jokic.
Right. He backs him down, then he does a little spin move for the easy high percentage bucket. Here's just one more example. Here's Nikola in the key. He's about to get the ball, and in this case, there's a clear mismatch. This is David versus Goliath, except this time, Goliath wins.
Which is good, but not great. 7 to shoot. Jokic has the mismatch, wheels into the key, like taking candy from a little.
That was 2 dribbles, then again, a spin move to get a bit of separation, then a high percentage shot from 8 feet that he could probably even make if he was blindfolded. Clearly, being 7 foot and being the 5th heaviest guy in the league is helping this dude. But even then so, his footwork and his basketball IQ is what's making him one of the greatest centers the league has ever seen. And the thing is, if you decide to double or triple team him as he's backing you down, the Joker has counters. Let's take a look. Here's Jokic about 10 feet away from the basket again. He takes 2 dribbles and then the help comes immediately. But the Joker already sees the open man and this happens.
It's Capella. They double, dump it under to Gordon, and Gordon, that's what.
Yeah, that's right. The Joker helps the Nuggets get another high percentage shot. In this case here, his defenders give him a bit of space at the foul line, but unfortunately, the Joker is a pretty good mid-range shooter if he gets that much space.
Jokic, the jumper, good.
That's a high percentage foul line jumper that Nikola will take all day. Speaking of high percentage shots, that's all this guy takes. When it comes to 3-point shots, he shoots it at about 40%, but check these advanced statistics out. He doesn't take any three-point shots when he's being tightly guarded. When he's being guarded from just 2 to 4 feet, he very rarely takes these threes. I mean, he probably only takes these if the shot clock is running low. Instead, Jokic understands his game, and he pretty much only takes open three-point shots when the closest defender to him is at least 4 to 6 feet away.
Jokic takes the three. Jones back to Nikola Jokic for the three. Jokic straight away three. Capella.
All season for these Knicks.
Jokic, plenty of space. Little fake fires.
That's a ton of discipline in just understanding your own game. Anyway, let's move on to how this dude gets so many rebounds. Have you ever heard the quote, 90% of success is just showing up? In the case of Jokic and his rebounds, that is so true. I mean, he is 7 feet tall, and he's always hanging around the rim and in the paint. I mean, check this out. The Joker's out on the perimeter, but sees his teammates going in for a tough lay-in. So what does he do?
Euro step, sling it up, no.
He just moves towards the basket and snatches the ball midair like a giant. Seth Curry has no idea what's going on, and before he realizes,
Jokic has it and he'll put it to bed.
good things happen when you hang around the rim, unlike this guy here. Let's take a look at another example. Here's Jokic. When he sees that a shot's going up, instead of being lazy about it, he goes in case it misses. Although that turnaround putback shot didn't go in, it's plays like these where he gets extra boards and more high percentage shots. Anyway, moving on here. I've been making this guy sound like he's practically invincible, but like all humans, there are ways to guard him decently. First off, you gotta send in the help defender when he's in the middle of a move, like his spin move, for example. In this example here, again, Jokic has the ball about 8 feet from the basket and is looking to back down his defender. Notice here how 2 other Spurs rush him as soon as he makes that spin.
Keep him from overwhelming him with his position, and then he spins.
He's close to the basket, and it's still a makeable shot, but it's tougher now. And in addition, he's in too deep to make any effective passes. Here's another look. Jokic again is backing down his defender. But as soon as he makes his spin move to take a higher percentage shot, the help defender comes in and alters the shot.
In his hands a lot.
Maxey doing well to help Drummond.
Again, it's in the middle of his move that when the help defender comes in, it affects him. Whereas if the help defense comes too early, like I showed you earlier, Jokic will just make the extra pass and find the open man. Anyway, pretty much so far, we've seen Nikola Jokic finesse his way to being productive, but did y'all know this dude can be a beast? Here's Nikola Jokic. He's up against the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'm not sure what Cody Zeller said to him during this game, but
Bones is in. Jokic singled up against Zeller. Muscles Zeller, put it up in there.
sheesh, guys. Cody Zeller is practically 7 foot, but the Joker swallows him whole here. We gotta take another look at that.
Zeller. Muscles Zeller, put it up in there.
Oh my goodness, guys. The guy could play like a savage if he wanted to. Anyway, height, size, foot movement, shooting abilities, vision. Jokic has it all. Although the Nuggets won't perform at a championship level without Murray and Michael Porter Jr. in the lineup, one thing is for sure. The future is bright for this young Nuggets team, and I look forward to seeing Jokic continue his dominance. Moving on here, from one competitor to another. Let's take a look at who will probably take home the 2022 Defensive Player of the Year award. I'm talking about Draymond Green, who is putting on a massive clinic this season as a defensive general. If you like this video, you're going to love this video right here, where I break down just how good of a defender Draymond actually is. It's a huge video, guys, so hurry up, click the video, and like always, I'll be waiting on the other side.